everyone and welcome back to our course on marketing to bottom of the pyramid. Today the concept which we are going to look into is a very important concept that plays a crucial role in shaping the lives of BOP consumers and the way businesses approach them. The concept is poverty penalty. The poverty penalty refers to the additional financial burden faced by people who are living in poverty. But this penalty is not just about high cost to them. It's about the systematic disadvantages that people in poverty experience, which are often caused by their lack of resources, access, or the lack of opportunities. For instance, people in low income segments may pay higher prices for their basic goods, face higher interest rate for loans, or experience barriers when trying to access essential services like healthcare, education, or banking. And it's not just an individual issue, it has massive implication for businesses which are targeting to market their products to the bottom of pyramid market. So let's try and understand the poverty penalty and its impact on pricing. When businesses market to the BOP, they need to recognize that the poverty penalty often translates into real financial challenges for their consumers. One of the most prominent example of the poverty penalty is in pricing, where BOP consumers often find themselves paying significantly more for basic goods than their wealthier counterparts. BOP consumers often cannot afford to buy in bulk due to limited purchasing power, leading them to buy products in smaller quantities. This results in paying higher per unit prices. For example, in rural areas, a single packet of rice or cooking oil may cost 40 to 50% more than it would in urban centers where larger quantities are available. The transport cost for delivering these goods to rural or remote locations contributes significantly to the price markup. A study from the World Bank in 2020 revealed that rural households in some regions of India pay on an average 20 to 25% more for food items than urban household due to this lack of bulk purchasing. Additionally, many BOP consumers face higher transaction cost for purchasing same product than their counterpart. Retailers in rural areas or informal markets often operates with limited infrastructure and higher overhead cost. For example, a daily wage earner in a rural village may need to make several small purchases throughout the week, paying more per item compared to a family in urban setting that can afford to make bulk purchase, thus driving up their effective cost of living. So that's how poverty penalty works. Let's see healthcare and the poverty penalty concept, how they are connected. The poverty penalty also manifests in many crucial sectors. Very important one is healthcare. Low income individuals, particularly in developing countries, often lack access to adequate health insurance and must rely on expensive, low quality healthcare. According to a 2018 study by the World Health Organization, nearly 40% of people in low income nations cannot afford essential healthcare, forcing them to rely on informal or emergency care, which is often more expensive and less effective as well. Without the financial cushion to afford preventive care, they end up spending far more when serious illnesses arise. In countries like India, where out-of-pocket expenditure is a common mode of paying for healthcare, BOP consumers often face exorbitant treatment cost. A 2019 survey by the Indian government revealed that 62 million people fall below the poverty line every year due to catastrophic health expenses. Furthermore, the lack of affordable health care can lead to individuals suffering from treatable conditions which lead to even greater productivity losses. The Economic Times reported that chronic illnesses in rural population in India results in annual productivity loss of over $20 billion, a direct consequence of the poverty penalty. So, the concept of poverty penalty is having far more impact on BOP market. Let us see about the credit penalty associated. Access to loan and interest rates. The poverty penalty is also evident in the financial sector, where BOP consumers are often excluded from formal credit systems. With limited access to traditional banking services, many individuals in poverty turn to informal lenders or microfinance institutions. These alternatives often come with sky-high interest rate, which makes it difficult for consumers to escape this debt cycle. Let us take an example of microfinance institution in developing countries may charge interest rates of up to 40 to 50% annually. Compared to that, just 8 to 12% by conventional bank loans are quite cheaper. This situation is particularly common in countries like India, where unbanked population rely on non-institutional lenders for short-term loans or their personal needs. The Reserve Bank of India estimated that over 60% of rural households rely on informal credit sources, often leading to increased debt burden. In contrast, those who are managed to access formal banking loans often end up paying higher interest rate due to their low credit scores, which are often the results of lack of financial history. So, according to World Bank, individuals in poverty are 3 times more likely to have their loan applications rejected as compared to those from higher income bracket. Even if they do qualify for loans, they often face exorbitant interest rates which are reflective of the poverty penalty concept. So, we have seen in basic needs, in healthcare, in financial requirement, poverty penalty is operating. Let us see what is the broader economic and social implication of this concept of poverty penalty. The poverty penalty is not just a financial issue, it is a systematic problem with deep social implications. As mentioned earlier, the BOP consumers often face multiple disadvantages that affect their ability to improve their economic status. Education, another critical area which is often get impacted by poverty penalty. This is always priced out to reach for BOP families, and many end up sacrificing education for immediate survival needs, perpetuating the cycle of poverty. A 2017 report by UNESCO found that children from BOP families are 50% less likely to receive an adequate education than their wealthier counterparts. Lack of education leads to fewer job opportunities, which in turn contributes to lower earning potential and a greater likelihood of remaining trapped in this poverty cycle. Moreover, global inequality is aggravated by the poverty penalty. According to UNDP's Human Development Report of 2019, the poorest 20% of the global population face a higher cost of living and lower life expectancy and create a gap between the wealthy and the poor. So, another sector which is getting impacted is education and because of poverty penalty. The poverty penalty is actually a multifaceted problem. affecting BOP consumers across multiple sectors, including pricing healthcare, credit access and education. When marketing to the BOP businesses must consider these challenges and aim to provide solutions that can reduce the poverty penalty and which can create affordable, accessible products and services. Understanding the poverty penalty is not only a moral imperative, but it also opens the door to innovative marketing strategies that can drive sustainable growth in BOP markets. By addressing the poverty penalty, businesses can empower consumers, they can reduce inequalities and build stronger, more sustainable relationships with low income communities. So, how does this affect marketing to BOP consumers? Well, companies that wish to cater to this segment need to be aware of these challenges. Let us look at the key impact of the poverty penalty on businesses which are trying to serve the BOP markets. Key impacts of poverty penalty for the businesses which are serving. The first one is higher cost and limited purchasing power. The poverty penalty refers to the higher cost faced by consumers at the BOP market, that is bottom of the pyramid market, due to their lower income levels, limited access to resources and higher relative cost of basic goods and services. For BOP consumers, purchasing power is a significant constraint always. Research indicates that individuals living in poverty may spend a larger proportion of their income on their basic goods, even though these goods may not be affordable or accessible to them in the quantities or the types they prefer. Let us see one example. A study by the World Bank showed that poor households spent up to 40% more on everyday goods compared to wealthier households, simply because they are often forced to buy in smaller quantities, which increases their per unit cost for the basic good. Data suggest, according to 2018 UN reports, nearly 1.3 billion people globally live in conditions where high transportation cost, expensive small sized packaging and limited product choices contribute to a poverty penalty that hampers their ability to meet basic needs. In response to this, companies which are targeting to BOP markets often need to adapt their offerings to meet these affordability constraints. Let us take an example of a large multinational corporations like Unilever, which have created small size packaging of products like soap, detergent and food, the basic need. These packs are designed specifically by keeping in mind BOP consumers who cannot afford large volume purchases. The smaller size also reduces the cost burden per unit while still offering value for their customer. Let us see a case in country like India and Nigeria, where many BOP consumers who cannot afford larger packaging, companies like Nestle have introduced single serve sachets for product like instant noodles, milk powder and even many beverages. These sachets cost just a few cents, ensuring affordability for even the lowest income group. Second thing is limited access to resources and the distribution challenges. Limited access to essential resources, whether it is infrastructure, retail channels or digital technologies. Further poverty penalty for BOP create issues for BOP consumer. These consumers often live in rural areas or urban slums where access to conventional retail outlets, banking services or even transportation infrastructure is very limited. To understand distribution points, a 2019 McKinsey report highlighted that in rural areas of India, only 25% of retail outlets are stocked with the full range of consumer goods compared to any other shop in urban India. This creates a significant gap in product availability for BOP consumers, and it's forcing them to rely on informal vendors or local shops that may charge higher prices due to limited supply of such product. The third challenge is digital divide. As of 2023, a report of GSMA revealed that only 53% of people in emerging markets are having access to the internet, with rural and low income areas lagging significantly behind urban areas in terms of digital penetration. This creates challenges for companies relying on e-commerce platforms or mobile payment to reach BOP customer. For companies to effectively reach BOP consumers, alternative marketing strategies must be employed that do not rely solely on traditional retail infrastructure or digital technologies. Mobile banking has been a successful innovation in this space, allowing financial transactions to occur in areas which are lagging physical banking infrastructure. Let us see one example which we discussed earlier also of M-Pesa. M-Pesa is a mobile money service in Kenya. It has revolutionized financial inclusion by allowing BOP consumers to send and receive money, pay bills and even access credit using just their mobile phones. As of 2022, M-Pesa had over 50 million active users, many of whom were from low income or rural areas with limited access to their traditional banking services. Data suggests in India, Pradhan Mantri Gramin Digital Saksharta Abhiyan is a government initiative to promote digital literacy. It has trained over 6 million rural citizens in digital skills. This has paved the way for BOP consumers to access services such as e-commerce and mobile banking that were previously out of reach for them. The fourth factor is increased risk and unpredictable consumer behavior. Serving the BOP market is fraught with increased risk, primarily due to economic volatility and unpredictable consumer behavior. This unpredictability arises from the fact that BOP consumers are often living paycheck to paycheck and face abrupt shift in income due to many factors such as unemployment, poor crop yield or sudden economic downturns. For example, we have seen during the COVID-19 pandemic, many BOP consumers have experienced job losses, which significantly reduce their ability to purchase any non-essential item. Companies that were serving BOP consumer in sectors like hospitality or entertainment have seen very high revenue drop dramatically as consumers shifted focus towards basic needs like food and shelter. Data suggests, if we see a survey by Gallup during the pandemic, they found that 30% of the people in low income countries had no income at all in the month of April to May 2020, further restricting their purchasing behavior and reducing the expenditure. To manage this kind of risk, companies need to build trust-based relationships with BOP consumers and ensure that they offer flexible and affordable solutions to them. Microloans, pay-as-you-go models, and other tailored services are some of the ways companies can mitigate the financial burden on BOP customers while also reducing the business risk involved with that. Let's take an example of Safaricom. The Kenyan mobile operator partnered with Kenya Commercial Bank to offer microloans via M-Shwari, a mobile banking service that allows user to borrow as little as KES 100, which is close to $1 without needing a bank account. This service has helped millions of BOP consumers to access short-term loans for emergencies or for their any business needs. Another good case is companies like General Electric and D-Light. They have introduced pay-as-you-go solar energy solutions for BOP consumers in rural areas. These models allow customer to pay for solar powered lighting and appliances in small affordable installments rather than requiring them to pay for the full system upfront. This kind of innovative solutions not only benefit BOP consumers, but it also enable companies to reduce their own financial risks while serving to this BOP segment. So, how can companies respond to all these challenges which we just seen in our discussion and adopt to poverty penalty in a way which can be beneficial for both their businesses and the BOP consumer they want to serve? So, let us take a look at some of the strategies. So, first strategy which can be used is innovative product design. To meet the price sensitivity of BOP consumer, companies can develop smaller packaging sizes, use alternative or cheaper material, or they can design the products that are more durable and more cost effective. The second strategy is try and create affordable financing models. Offering flexible affordable payment such as microfinance, pay-per-use model or installment payment can make products and services more accessible for BOP market. The third strategy to deal with poverty penalty is localized distribution networks. Businesses should focus on strengthening local distribution channels and working with community organizations that are already embedded in the local ecosystem. This ensures that products reach the target market in a very effective way. The fourth strategy which businesses can use to deal with poverty penalty is social impact programs. Companies can also invest in corporate social responsibility initiatives that directly benefit BOP communities, such as providing low-cost healthcare or funding education initiatives for the BOP markets. By addressing the poverty penalty, businesses not only serve a crucial market, but they also contribute to social change by empowering BOP consumers. What will be the result? Greater brand loyalty, higher market penetration and opportunity to make a meaningful difference in people's life. So, let me leave you with this thought of poverty penalty and understand that poverty is not just an economic issue, it is a market challenge, and businesses which are able to succeed in the BOP market are those that acknowledge the poverty penalty and understand the unique needs of low income consumers, and they can design products and services that are affordable, accessible as well as impactful for the market. The BOP market is full of untapped potential, but businesses must be willing to innovate and build something with empathy in their heart. So, to summarize, the poverty penalty is not just a financial burden, but it's a comprehensive challenge which affects multiple aspects of life for BOP consumer. When marketing to this group, businesses must take into account their limited resources, barrier to access and the unique socio-economic factor at play. Understanding these barriers and designing inclusive marketing strategies is essential for success in such market. So, thanks a lot for joining in this session. I look forward to seeing you in the next class. Thank you.